Good morning, class. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Let's write some comic books. We're just getting back on the horse here. I'll get rid of that. All right. You know how it is, kids. Last time we did pages 15 and 16. Let's do a quick recap. Panning up over the fog, over the wastelands, we see a long shot of Empire City. Lit up at night and floating along the country. No longer tethered after the destruction of the Sky Bridge. Empire City hovers while the sun sets. Caption. I also thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to all these old scripts. I'm going to change all the steampunk references to diesel punk and do a whole new run through with these videos. Just make some animation again, have some fucking fun. And eventually get into a Batman and Superman story, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Cutting along an alleyway in a sectional trench of Empire City, we see a figure pacing along the night. The sky bridge has been destroyed, leaving Empire City once again untethered to the problems below. The mayor and the press tell us to move on. Thought all threats have been neutralized, and it's business as usual. We close up and see his Uncle Ben searching around for the alleyway lost, holding a flashlight and gun. What happened? Did I miss panel 2? Cutting along the alleyway, we see a dark figure pacing along the night. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. It looks like he has come upon the spot where Norman's secret lab is concealed. Problem is, my nephew is still missing. This alleyway is the last spot his tracker was live. After watching that footage on the streams, I figured all was lost. If I've learned anything about that boy at this point, is that fate always seems to intervene. And if he's anything, he's resourceful. Just as it looks like Uncle Ben is about to pull the latch on the door of the secret lab, a small silent trigger goes off. Boom! Even though it's a small measured explosive, Uncle Ben is blown backwards by the trap set in the lab door hatch. We cut to Uncle Ben slightly coming to under a pile of rubble in the empty alleyway. A cloud of blue steam coming from the now destroyed Bacta tank blows out from the door. I thought I would be long retired by now. The plan was to leave Empire City after May passed and head for the tropics. Live in my golden term chasing marlin and trout. But then the war happened, and the tropics flooded. So I thought about the Orient. I even thought about working part-time, giving air tours at that new Disney moon park. But the kid came back, and I used him as an excuse. So I don't know if I want to go with Moon Park. Disney shouldn't have a moon yet, should they? The float park. Giving air tours at that new Disney floater. Because the idea would be Florida flooded, and Disney and like Universal Studios made like their own fucking mega ships. Giving air tours on that floating Disney moon park. Giving air tours. That floating Disney moon park. It sounds too forced. Yeah. Giving air tours at that Disney moon park. But then the kid came back and I used him as an excuse. As Uncle Ben ponders in his pain, we see a large body emerging from the blue fog. What looks like a large reptilian foot or a Frankenstein monster emerging from the primordial ooze. Because quite frankly, I'm afraid of leaving Empire City. Afraid after all the nuclear fallout, who knows what type of monsters lurk below. So of course, the dichotomy is that he's stepping out as a monster. We finish out the page with the last panel dominating essentially the entire page. We see the blue mist starting to peel off as this merged monster comes into the light frame, like the emergence of a monster into the scene. We see the lizard all decked out in the long torn lab coat of Norman Osborn. The lizard looks strong and healed, fully muscled and energized, and looks around and stalks into the night. Perched and locked above the lizard's head and strapped around his skull, neck, and shoulders, like an avatar/alien. We see the living brain of Dr. O strapped and locked onto the lizard and using him as a vessel, a la Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a Leviathan vessel for the brilliant but muted mad scientist. They stalk away into the night past the semi-conscious body of Uncle Ben as he looks on. No, we don't need as he looks on. He's fucking looking on at the semi-conscious body of Uncle Ben. Boom. Page 15 in the books. 16. We cut back to the wastelands where we see the containment vehicle blazing along a trail. Caption across the panel reads, Meanwhile, back in the wastelands below. Don't you hate when it always comes to the name right at the fucking break? We're doing this big for the video. We shrink it down. We post it, publish it. Cutting inside the vehicle, we see Spider-Man sitting in the driver's seat. Next to him is Norman Osborn, and behind them in the back row are the Vulture and the Sandman. They are wearing what looks like containment suits, almost looking like a tight-clad makeshift alternative twisted Fantastic Four, albeit with restraining bolts attached. What happened here? Why does he get to drive? I'm not driving. The vehicle's traveling a predetermined route. Then why do you two get to sit in the front? Are you complaining for the sake of complaining? I'm making small talk. Unless you can play with the radio. All this technobabble bullshit that doesn't come with a playlist. It actually does, Marco. I uploaded my entire collection of vintage jazz. But then I couldn't monitor your vitals without stamping my feet. Or eavesdrop on your conversation. Fuck off, Fury. You should be doing this yourself. I will be, once you boys plow the road. Paying your debt to society. And if I refuse, if I decide to just be about my way, what are you gonna do? Close up on the Sandman, angry and boastful. Close up shot of the Sandman's restraining bolt triggering and making his head and neck begin to vibrate in shock, even forming small shards of glass at the base of his neck. The Vulture looks on calm but angry. I'll turn you into a permanent sculpture, and I'll donate you to Disney. You can spend the eternity locked. You can spend eternity leveled up in steel pigeon shit, or you can come work, or you can work for us and get another step closer to stabilizing those molecules of yours. Lead you towards some gainful employment. That's it then. Another con man dangling hope at the end of a sword. Before you go feeling sorry for yourself, Toombs, who do you think was bringing those scientists to Empire City? We are the ones behind your reconciliation, and you stole from us the whole country's reconciliation, which we can all have for the price of our soul. No one said it would be easy, only that it was possible. This is a new war of reconstruction, and you've been drafted. All of us have. I like that. Vulture pans over looking Norman Osborn, who sits silently watching over the wasteland passing by in the window. But whatever happens, at least they roped you in as well, Osborn. Now you finally get to see what it's like to be used. You are pretty quiet, woman. Care to share any thoughts, insights, poetry? The close-up of the Joker-like sadistic grin of Norman Osborn as we come upon the creepy and morbid reflection of hanging bodies marking victims and territory of the scavengers and terrorists who are ruling the surrounding wastelands. It is a menagerie of awful waste and chaos of lost souls. Oh, I'm just admiring the view. I do so fail to get out of the city enough to appreciate the splendor and the sprawl. You are a sick bastard, Norman. Why wouldn't he be? This is all his doing. His weapons, his technology, his design. And yet here we are together, monsters among men, given powers and abilities to be masters. What you call mutations, I call gifts. You don't need to thank me, just pledge to join me as soon as we escape. Vulture and Standard start to get aggressive towards Norman. Join you? What are you, nuts? Gifts? You son of a bitch, for years do you know what it's like to live as a ghost? To not be able to concentrate long enough to fuck. Keep it calm, boys. My finger's on the button. I'll saw it off, Fury. I'm doing this prick now. My spider senses, boom! And just like that. Me neither, just like that. Just like that, the vehicle is smashed with a makeshift bazooka missile, which sends the vehicle's trigger mechanism into the air like a large projectile. And that is where we left off last class. That is where we pick up today. Let's take a look at our notes. Mayor Jameson did. One of those ambassadors was Tony Stark. Agents of a foreign empire have taken him and are forcing him into labor to build weapons to finish off America for good. Madripoor. Evil from Madripoor. Could be aliens, could be Skrulls. S.H.I.E.L.D. makes new web shooters with Spider-Man instead of Adamantium. Storyville. Aston Martin. We talked about the Spider-Mobile. Leave Empire City. All right, that is our notes, which I unchecked. All right, let's go here. Boom. Put that at 18. Let's go do some mining, kids. We take you back to the year 1976. Let me take you back, because I'm going here. All right. Peter has dinner with Aunt May and Dr. Octopus, who explains how he barely escaped with his life following a nuclear reactor explosion. As if things weren't strange enough, the spectral form of Hammerhead returns to hunt the dinner goers. What is the source of his strange apparition? And is Dr. Rock as reformed a villain as he seems? Let's find the fuck out, why don't we? When I first got involved with Carter and Lombardo's Spider-Mobile scheme, I figured I might get rich. Should have known in the end I'd end up getting pneumonia. That's right, his Spider-Mobile is at the bottom of the river. That notice from Corona was threatening to sue Spider-Man as he turned up with the Spider-Mobile he paid to promote it. Alright, so I accidentally sank the four-wheel fiasco several months ago and I tangled with Mysterio. That is right. Mysterio in the ocean, the Spider-Mobile coming for him. He finds it under the water. And we can tease the fucking Spider-Mobile. We got the cops are looking to question him. But he shoots the cops, throws their asses in the water. Sorry about the dunking, but I'm not as anxious about having my head on the chopping block. Explain this to the Sarge. Harry Osborn's hanging out with Flash. Let's slide over to Manhattan's Upper East Side to join our other two members of our sparkling cast. All right. Spanky New may want a lift home. All right. Gee, thanks. He's at therapy. I can't remember anything that happened during the week right after my father died. Makes two of us. Doctor's band adjusting to the temporary insanity very well. And then we got Liz Allen. It looks like Liz Allen's got a thing for young Norman Osborn. It's a little silly if you stand out after you try to protect me from that creepy Mirage guy. That's right. Harry jumped in the way to protect Liz Allen. Now Liz Allen wants to hang with Harry. Ooh, hey, look at this. While in a pleasantly decorated apartment in Forest Hills, you held this parcel from me all these months, my dear. Dr. Oak gets in a nice shower, a shit, and a shave. Feels like a man again. The old Dr. O is back. So we have Dr. O escaping his prison from Norman Osborn, which we had on page 15. So now we enter another side story with him. He's got to reunite with his old crew, but his old crew is in the wastelands. Unless he gets a hold of Beck. We still have Quentin Beck. And I believe we haven't used, all right, we've used Vulture, which we're using in this one, Sandman, Dr. O, and Craven. So we've used them up. The only guy left is Mysterio in the original Sinister Six. He comes in to hang. He says, holy shit. Do you remember Dr. Octavius? He says, holy crap, it's Dr. Octopus. First, I gotta get my Aunt May out of harm's way. It's a little cold here. You remind me getting my sweater. It's kind of cool when you think about it. It's Dr. O and Spider-Man sitting there on the desk there. Look, Parker, I know what you're thinking, but Octopus, if you really knew what I'm thinking, you'd have shriveled up by now. I want to know your game, or six arms otherwise, I'm going to wring your chubby neck. I like that. I understand your anger, boy, but I swear I mean your aunt no harm. Please give me a piece of that chicken and I'll explain everything. All right. They fought. I remember. I read this comic book. That was when they were chasing the Hulk up there. He hit his big giant head on the fucking nuclear reactor. And of course, we saw an explosion. But Dr. Octopus ripped this guy out, left him to die. Was your only chance, Claude, and now it's mine. Shafted. Now all that is left to wrap myself in my indestructible mechanical arms and pray. Nothing can stop hammering. Okay, so he pulled his head out of the thing, and of course we had the giant nuclear explosion. So it turns out Dr. Octopus escaped. He washed ashore on the mainland. His mechanical arms are what saved him. So we're looking into this as what we're going to do with Dr. Octopus. We can always cut back and forth to Dr. Octopus reclaiming his place in the city, maybe even breaking into Oscorp to start rebuilding his body. Ugh. All right. Oh, so we have the ghost of Hammerhead is following Dr. Octopus around. Good gracious. And he's not hallucinating because apparently they could all see him. And she just passed out. He's got to save her. He's going to fight fucking Spider-Man. Dr. Ock blows out the fucking wall. Now, regardless of what Peter thinks about Dr. Octopus, he knows that he will keep Aunt May safe. He loves Aunt May. Of course, Aunt May is dead in our storyline, so we don't really use Aunt May. And Marissa Tomei did that annoying portrayal. So we're out of oil. Owns this place, doesn't mind expecting company. You're supposed to be a police dog, Fang. Okay, already I can take a hint. Sorry if I bothered you, lady. Extricated himself from his predicament as Aunt May's eight-limbed adversary are both long gone. Is good doctor now. Hello again, Doc. Tired of carrying the little lady yet. Curse your web slinger, don't you ever give up. Leave me alone! So we got Doc Ock and Spider-Man have a little fucking brawl here. Brad Oil. Don't know if her weak heart could stand the shock of. Hold him still. He's fighting Dr. Rock. With a vengeance. Hey. Back on my feet. Dr. Octopus. Oh, so all these thugs want to jump Spider-Man. He gets away. And they start fighting up the Pan Am building. Well, the Pan Am building is not in New York City anymore. So this is a piece of history, ladies and gentlemen. Used to be a helicopter up there. It's kind of a little piece of New York architecture. All right, so we're going to have Dr. Octopus, of course, going to Oscorp. That much we know. He yanks these people out of here. We got the copter. We've done the copters. The web shooters. He shoots his way on there. Bullseye. Now he's got to ride with the helicopter. We kind of did that in the last chapter. They're flying out of the city. What's the problem, pilot? Why aren't we moving fast? I'm trying. We're carrying extra weight. Spider-Man's on there. Uses his arm. Snips it. Cuts him loose. And he is falling to his death. There's action aplenty. I mean, there's not much there. Well, I mean, again, we get the idea of Dr. Octopus rebuilding himself. But we're not there yet. We just blew up this fucking car. We just hit them with a bazooka. Now this is July. Now we can either jump to the same month, where again we have this. We can come back and continue on the story. Let's rope back to the story and get over to the team up first, where Spider-Man's gonna go do some shit with Deathlock. But what do we get out of that issue besides knowing we're gonna do something more with Dr. Octopus? But again, remember we left off on 16. They're fighting and arguing in the car. Nick Fury's threatening to fucking shock all four of them. And they just got hit with a makeshift bazooka missile, which sends the vehicle's trigger mechanism into the air like a large projectile. As effects of the explosion and chaos. Let me see, this is my renewal. Pretty sure we got the renewal. Yeah, that's good. Good. Wonderful. Renew. Good. Glad for you. All right. Explosion and chaos. It's okay. As the containment vehicle is sent airborne, Fury continues to communicate with the team over the chaos. We see all four of them launched into the air as the vehicle comes apart, almost like it was made to come apart. SFX of the vehicle blowing up and coming apart. Sometimes you got to leave it up to grace. All right. Fury's going to communicate. Okay, boys, this was expected. We had to sacrifice. We had to sacrifice the rover in order to see how far out. We had to sacrifice the rover to see what the range of their weapons. See what range they've achieved. We had to sacrifice the rover in order to see what range they've achieved with their weapons. That must be a Stark special. That was definitely a dirty Stark special. Which means he's alive. As for you boys, those suits should protect you. So as he's saying this to them in the next panel, as the containment vehicles send airborne, Fury continues to communicate with the team over the chaos. We see all four men launched into the air as the vehicle comes apart, almost like it was made to come apart. This affects the vehicle blowing up and coming apart. All right. Those shoots should protect you. As for you boys, those suits should protect you. At least while you're in the air. As for you boys, those suits should protect you. At least while you're in the air. Alright, good. We see a shot of Spider-Man gaining his bearings. But we see Sandman floating behind him. Still looking unconscious. God damn it, why does it keep doing that? Just don't worry. When you're typing it out, remember it's big now, it'll be shrunk. Still unconscious. Unconscious. At least while you're in the air. So just do that for now, just so I can see. It's easier for you to see and me to see. What happens when we land? At least while you're in the air. And what happens when we land? Remember the Avengers? Remember the Avengers kid? And what happens when we land? Remember the Avengers kid? Did the Avengers exist in this universe? Yeah, because he's still like Captain America, but I'll make him more like a 50s thing. And what happens when we land? What happens when we land? See a shot of Spider-Man gaining his bearings while we see Sandman floating behind him unconscious. What happens when we land? We see a shot of Spider-Man gaining his bearings. All right, they're all floating around. What happens when we land? Come on, Fury, give me a good line here. What happens when we land? What happens, at least while you're in the air? What happens when we land? Showtime. Fuck it. Showtime. Would Fury say that? Showtime. All right, so what is Vulture doing? As the Vulture is about to hit the ground, we see metallic wings sprout from his containment suit as he swoops as the Vulture's about to hit the ground unconscious. We see metallic wings sprout from his containment suit as he swoops up from the ground right before impact. His wings acting as catalysts to both protect and awaken him. I like that. Protect and awaken him. So it's like they're all four of them are floating up in the air, and as they're landing, like we don't want to see the Sandman yet because he's gonna turn into a big fucking sandstorm. I'm picturing. And like, okay, I like this. All right, Vulture, but they hit the ground unconscious. We see metallic wings sprout from his containment suit as he swoops up from the ground right before impact. His wings acting as catalyst to both protect and awaken him. What's the story, Fury? Are we here to just thin out? Are we here to just thin out the herd? Or was there an actual plan? You're the first wave, kid. Got the cavalry coming in behind you. Where am I? Huh. You're the first wave, kid. I got the cavalry coming in right behind you. So you're there. You both thin out the herd. So you had to both thin out the herd and give me a better look at how many we're dealing with. If we get caught, I've got trackers on your suits. I got trackers on the suits. I'm actually hoping you do get caught. I got trackers on the suits. I'm actually hoping you do get caught. So we're covered either way. I got trackers on the suits. I'm actually hoping you do get caught. So we're covered either way. Unless they strip us. Okay. I need a new panel. That's a lot of conversation while fucking he's swooping around. SFX of the vulture swooping upwards, missing, smashing against round. We covered either way. Close up shot. Spider Man landing in an attack position. Close up of Spider Man landing in an attack position. Sure. I keep doing that. It's just the way I write screenplays. Right at the center. Always in the center. Unless, of course, they strip us. Unless, of course, they strip us down once they catch us. Unless, of course, they strip us naked once they catch us. Well, then I guess close up shot, Spider Man landing in attack position. Unless, of course, they strip us naked once they catch us. Well, then I guess. Will they consider that a bonus? Will they consider that? Will they consider that a bonus? Spider Man quickly turns okay, as his senses go off. Spider Man quickly turns and he's about to throw a haymaker when he sees that it is Norman Osborn landing next to him in his containment suit. Looking as though he is about to hit him in the same tech pose. They both freeze before striking each other. We want Vulture to be swooped upon first? No, not yet. As his senses go off, Spider-Man quickly turns and is about to throw a haymaker when he sees that it is Norman Osborn landing next to him in his containment suit, looking as though he's about to hit him in the same attack pose. They both freeze before striking each other. I like that. I like that shot. Always like good art shots. Hey, easy boy. They're all around us. Easy boy. They're all around us. Panning out, we see they are surrounded by scavengers, all wearing several torn and tied together garments, scarves to conceal their identities. They look like refugees out of The Walking Dead. And all are holding several forms of guns, knives, blades, blasters, swords, axes, chains, etc. Panning out, we see they are surrounded by scavengers, all wearing several torn and tied together garments and scarves to conceal their identities. They look like refugees out of The Walking Dead and are holding several forms of guns, knives, blades, blasters, swords, axe, chains, etc. Nice pan out shot. Now let's take a look at this Marvel team up because I got a feeling that since Spider-Man is still trapped in apocalyptic New York, or even says here, he finds himself in 1990, but it's a cyborg from the future. It's an apocalyptic, so maybe we'll get a look at some of these scavengers and see if this helps us. Always nice how it all lines up. Can we write a story without the cannabis? Frenzy! In the not too distant future. The battle you demanded? The web slinger versus the demolisher. The crucial question is, am I now, or have I ever been? The answer will astonish you. All right, let's get some apocalypse shit going here because we got scavengers, future shock. Ain't news talking about it. I should have to get through the looking glass again, and there'd be an end to all of my adventures through the looking glass. Times Square's been calling with beauties and cannibals ever since Riker's goons started losing their grip on the city a while back. For a full account of Deathlock's adventures, see Astonishing Tales 33 through 36. Always using Team Up to give someone else the rub. He's backing you up, but when? Who's this Joker? Why is he talking to himself? Spider-Man's a man out of his time. None of this makes any sense. The ruins seem newer than those of Killraven's time. Less vegetation. Sorry, he's got to team up with Deathlock. He senses me without seeing me. Should we throw Deathlock into the story? We gotta wait on Deathlock. I hear him. I hear him, Pewter, out in the plaza. No sweat, Pewter. Affirmative modulation of chanting establishes target count at 17. He's gonna kill some motherfucker. When Spidey sees kids, he's gonna wipe out a bunch of kids. Gunning down kids doesn't make it any time. So now Spider-Man's gonna get into it, but what he doesn't know is I'm sure that Deathlock was trying to save these fucking zombies. Or should they, instead of scavengers, because that's obvious, maybe they're zombie. Maybe they're fucking brainwashed people. But it can't truly be said that they see. There is something else at work here, something vague. Disassociated from reality, something lilting etherically through the ruined canyon of 42nd Street. As one of the youths begins to chat. Sorry if I loused up your aim, pal, but snipers never rated very top. You idiot! They spotted us. Uh-oh. Alright, so maybe they take off the scavenging shit, and they're a bunch of kids now. Stare at the youths, life at something else. Alert, destruction, imminent, delay may be fatal to system. Some kind of metal suit is hidden. Okay, Webhead. What you gotta find out is he a man or a robot or both? Still got a chance if I can reach my laser. Alright, what do we got here? An emotion. Alright, so we got some brainwash fucking people. I never liked brainwashing. It's just way too much to do there. They're all holding a bunch of fucking cubes. Do you get your jollies that are killing defenseless kids? Defenseless? Better look again. Tell me why you're so eager to commit suicide and why you want to take me along with you. Suicide? Good lord, the kids? The muties, you mean? Get yourself an eyeful, chump, because once they charge those cubes. Alright, they're all holding cubes. We stand about as much chance of coming at us as a snowball in hell. Alright, what's going on here? Nuclear plasma. Their blood is irradiated. Oh shit! Maybe they do get captured. They're totally mindless except when the group is threatened. Then they link some kind of group instinct, cooling their energies through cubes, converting it to pure power, and sending it right at us. All right, it's got a bunch of stupid looking cubes. So they're shooting cubes at him. I was hoping to get some more apocalypse shits. Now Spider-Man's gonna go in there, whip some ass. Affirmative, target, affirmative. It scatters mindlessly as plane floods over its collective instinctive being. They finally KO. Play for keeps around here. A bunch of kids running away. Deathlock shooting his lasers at the fucking kids. So why you jump me? Well, for openers, you look like a lot more dangerous than the group you were sneaking up on. Where I come from is a long way off, and I don't suppose what happened in 1975 carries much weight now. All right, so this is a year ahead. It's a 1976 issue, but I guess they're writing it from. Okay, hold on, pal. I ain't so old that I don't remember us putting a man on the moon. But getting involved in a global war and letting Riker strong enough with all his blasted computers to run the whole show. Letting him turn some of the man-made monster. Cyborg. The name's Deathlock, friend. Welcome to 1990. Freaks and mutants, alright. Did something happen in the past to make it so that I never existed? You never heard of Spider-Man Deathlock? Look, pal, I lay dead for 5 years in one of Riker's body banks. Some memories they let me keep. They want you. The idea is that if you're a kid and you're buying it because you like Spider-Man, and they're giving you Spider-Man team up, their hope, of course, is that you read this shit and then ran over and bought those fucking astonishing tales to read more about Deathlock. And then enough of you people read astonishing tales for them to say, well, shit, let's give Deathlock his own fucking series. What does matter is these muties and their power cubes. When you stopped me a while ago, they've been hunting me while I was hunting them. There's a decay factor inherent in a cyborg form. They smell me, so it's me or them. You don't need a mind to be hungry, chump. The muties are cannibals, like most of the scavengers left on the island. Ew. Scavengers. And I kind of like to see to it that it ain't me. Oh, they eat people. Eesh. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, Deathlock, I'm with you because I don't know where else to be right now, and because I've got to find out for sure where everything's gone. I can't just buy a world without Peter Parker and Mary Jane, even a Jonah Jameson. Not just like that. Cyborg's coming into sight. All right, Omni Computer. Who's the guy in the party suit? Check with Central. All right, here we go. Test Astonishing Tales. So they're hunting him down. They want to shoot that side of set. All right, so of course his spider sense is going off. Radioactivity. They're shooting at him. They shoot his prisoner. No! Smoke cam. Deathlock shoots. Grissom. We got agents shooting back. They're trying to shoot Spider-Man. He eludes the target. And it's a whole new ball game. Once that rifle is taken away from you, you're just another slimy little weasel. Not even much of a murderer. Alright, the Spider-Man beats up the CIA agents. Facts of life. It's a fair bet. He'll never shoot anyone. This is a private party. Deathlock kills him. Sounds like chanting. All right, so we're coming up on this cult. Ours and in spades. The chanting fills the rubble-strewn street. The cubes clutched in white-knuckled fists begin to glow. A leader who has bound the group together. It's basically a cult, a desire for revenge. A bunch of people holding cubes. Okay. They're pointing at us. It still takes them longer to react as a group than if they acted individually. That's our chance to move before they can figure out what's happening. Trouble is, even if we move fast enough to beat the blast up here, we still gotta face him down the street. Alright, so they're just basically getting chased by some fucking cult. Which again, I don't know, do we want to do a cult? That could work if it plays into our story. We can have them, this could be start with a scavenger thing, and maybe it leads to something bigger that these guys can uncover. Because again, we've now taken the story out of Empire City. We're in the fucking wastelands underneath Empire City. This world and being normal was all taken away by a dude named Riker. I intend to get it back. Riker, wasn't he the guy that fucked over all the X-Men, right? It's a wonderful life you got here, fighting all the side issues while the real problems sit at the top and laugh at all of you. I pray that this is our future, the future of my time. If it is, I pray it's not too late to change it. Within the alley hovers the time platform of Victor Von Doom, the vehicle that carried Spider-Man from past to future and back again, and with a flash it's gone. Leaving the computerized warrior of a time that may or may not be facing the cold ruins of a once proud city. I think it's about time I did what I've been meaning to do, Pewter. And that showdown between me. See, this is just a rub. God, this sucks. Our stupendous storyline continues at Marvel 2-1. See, again, they're trying to get you to buy 2-1 because that's the Things team up comic book. Shameless Marvel. Back in the present, as Spidey teams up with the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing to face, dare we say it, blast from the past. So, if we end up getting here, we're supposed to go read fucking 2-1. What does it say? Marvel 2-1 17. All right, so I guess we gotta open that shit, huh? Should we get that far? We probably will. Marvel 2-1. It's nice to have the Marvel library at your disposal. How do you get down here? Oh, the computer. God damn it! There you go. No, you cunt. This is what we're doing? Is it so big we're not responding? Had a dream, had a man. Alright, let's just write while we wait for this thing to come up. But it's not doing that either, right? We're just gonna be frozen. Good, good, good. Marvel 2-1. Things we have to do to get 2-1. Marvel Universe 2-1 annual. 2-1. What they say, number 17. Is it accessible through our Marvel Unlimited? They made 93 issues of this fucking thing. God bless the thing. So if we ever write a Fantastic Four story, we'll probably delve into this one. Should there be a sequel, of course. Had a dream, had a man. The prophets I'll be. They go backwards. This is Marvel 2-1. See, essentially, this was then they said, all right, let's give the thing a team up book. 17, right? Spider Man. The hell, quick little run through here. Thing, thing, and thing and Daredevil. Thing and Captain America. Tag team match scheduled for one fall. Thing and Guardians of the Galaxy. Thing and Doctor Strange. Thing and Valkyrie. Thing and Ghost. Thing and Thor. Thing Black Widow. Thing and Bullock. Thing and Iron Man. Thing and Power Man. Thing and the Stick. Thing and Morbius. Thing and Kazama! And that brings us here. Thing and Spider-Man. Peter Parker is busy doing homework when duty calls. Spider-Man and the Thing take on Basilisk. And we put Basilisk fucking we put him in our bounty hunter scene there. He got fucking killed with the rest of them. Alright. We're back here. But first, let's see what we got out of that issue, the whole scavenger thing. Easy boy, they're all around us. Panning out, we see they are surrounded by scavengers, all wearing several torn and tied together garments and scarves to conceal their identities. They look like refugees out of The Walking Dead, and are all holding several forms of guns. Should we have them with different weapons? They should be mining stuff. They're all working in a giant mine. We definitely have to go with the mine. Mining adamantium. Refugees out of The Walking Dead, and are all holding several forms of guns, knives, blades, blasters, swords, axes, chains, etc. So I said they're in along the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So a new form of steel. They look like refugees. All right, so let's get a little adamantium going. Let's get some mining. So they have the weapons. Or should they have those glowing cubes and blasters? No. They're all holding several forms of guns, knives, blades, blasters, swords, axes, chains, etc. Give me panel 7. Closing in, we see they have captured the vulture in a giant metallic framed net. Late. Just as they are about to swarm on Peter, on Spider-Man, and Norman, we see the slight rising and fluttering of a sand trail. So essentially, the Sandman's gonna fuck shit up right now. We just need a little dialogue. Easy boy. They're all around us. All around us. So Norman could be the one that kind of tops him with, well, boy, there was ever a time, if there's ever a moment for one of your signature ill-timed verbal quips. Well, boy, if there was ever a moment for one of your signature ill-timed verbal quips. Sorry, asshole. I'm not on the clock. Yeah, fuck him. He's not jumping for him. Well, boy, if there was ever a moment for one of your signature ill-timed verbal quips. Sorry, asshole. I'm not on the clock. Closing in, we see they have captured the vulture in a giant metallic framed net. Fury tries to coach them. Fury tries to coach them. Tries to coach. Yeah, I like this. I like where we're going here. Fury tries to coach them. Sorry, asshole, I'm not on the clock. Actually, you are Spider-Man. Now do us all a favor. Now do us all a favor and allow yourself to get caught. I want to know where they're holding Stark. Actually, you are. Sorry, asshole, I'm not on the clock. Actually, you are Spider-Man. Now do us all a favor and allow yourself to get caught. I want to know where they're holding Stark. By all means, I'll hold up the phone. I'll hold up the phone and you can ask them yourself. Now do me a favor and now do us all a favor and allow yourself to get caught. I want to know where they're holding Stark. Then by all means, I'll hold the phone and you can ask them. Then by all means, I'll hold the phone and you can ask them yourself. I'll hold up the phone and you can ask them yourself. Just as they're about to swarm on Spider-Man and Norman. Too late. Too late. Let's kill them all. Nah. By all means, I'll hold up the phone and you can ask them yourself. They need a line here, and then they're about to swarm. Smell it. Yeah, Norman should be fucking with Spider-Man. You can sense it, can't you? You can sense it, can't you? The stench of death all over them. Like we get a little, let's get a little Darth Vader shit going here, you know? Let's get a little Darth Vader shit here. Like Spider-Man's like like he's being a wise ass right now. And Norman's gonna be Norman's giving that Emperor Palpatine like fucking choose darks, you know what I mean? You can sense it, can't you? The stench of death all over them. Together, together, we can kill them all. You can sense it, can't you? The stench of death all over them. Together we can kill them all. Use their bones to remove the bolts. So he's fucking Norman's just I like Norman Osborn here. Norman's just fuck him on, Spider-Man. Be evil. You can sense it, can you? The stench of death all over them. Together we can kill them all. Use their bones to remove the bolts. You're a sick fuck. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. And you're too late. Norman, wait! Wait. He'd be like, Norman, wait! And then Sandman will jump up, you know? Just there about to swarm on Spider-Man and Norman, we see a slight rising and fluttering of a sand trail. Small SFX of the sand trail forming around the swarm. Yes. Little tiny panel at the end. Yes. Activists, yes. Let's move on to page 18. Fuck yes. Like I said, start a new page now so it's easier to navigate. For moi. And we'll come back. Let's move our notes. Mayor Jameson did. Those ambassadors, Tony Stark, Madripoor, S.H.I.E.L.D., web shooters, New Orleans, Venice. Villains exile from Empire City. His escape is subterranean prison. Yeah. Power suit like contraption. Okay. Hang on. Add some movies to open the story. Spider-Mobile. Let's get rid of the stupid ad. We don't need an ad for the Spider-Mobile. He just gets the Spider-Mobile. All right. So page 19. Let's take out like the Aston Martin. Shield can gift it to him, yeah. Spider-Man's gonna have his web shooters temporarily destroyed. Yes, okay. Let's get rid of that. Krang, we've already done this. Very Venice because of the flooding. We already got that. Ruins, Mega City. All right, good shit. Good shit. All right. We've done page 17. Let's do page 18. Hey, 19. No, we got nothing in common. All right. It's Dr. Octopus and Hammerhead. The ghost of Hammerhead is fucking shit up. Dr. Octopus is shitting his pants. What do we got here? Dr. Octopus returned from the brink of madness. Escaping by helicopter, Spider-Man followed him, and they sliced his lines. And now Spider-Man is plummeting back towards the countryside, I believe it's Jersey, towards his death, or upstate New York. Where the hell is he going to land? He shoots up a nice cool web parachute, hang glides his way to victory, and he glides into Jersey City. This way, all I have to do is let the air currents carry me back to the wormy Big Apple. All right, that works too. I like the hand glider. We haven't used that yet. So the hand glider could be used. But not yet. The real problem is the wind is picking up. This rig will carry me out past the city and smack into the Atlantic. Unless I bail out now. Because the idea could be cool. It could be at the end of this particular story, wherever we end up going with it. Because now, in the way it sense, we can kill off the Sandman, kill off the Vulture, kill off fucking Norman Osborn. Or remember, maybe they're dead. Somebody could bite the bullet in this particular storyline. And again, they'll be gone, so we'll get Spider-Man back into Empire City to face off again with Dr. Octopus in a rematch, but there won't be any Norman or Lizard or Vulture now. So the idea is what we're trying to do is our goal right now with this particular thread narrative that we're building is to separate Spider-Man from Norman Osborn, Vulture, and Sandman and kill one of them off. Make it really cool, make a good story that ends with one of their deaths. Not Norman, we gotta save Norman, he's the Joker. It's either Sandman or Vulture's gotta bite it here. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe both of them, maybe, but at least one. Yeah, this is James Bond we're building up here. By the end of these, we're doing 8 pages here. We got 7 pages to go. I'm thinking maybe by the end of these 7 pages of comic book story and art, we got to kill somebody. We don't know. We don't know where the story goes until we get there. All right. So again, he's back in the city, lands in a fucking garbage dumpster. He's got to sew his fucking uniform back together. He's picking his nails. He's got to stash shit in the bedroom. Gloria Grant, his sexy little model neighbor, is next door. Possible Bond girl for later on. One of my cardinal rules: never eat fresh baked cake alone. And I see as how I live. You live right down the hall. I figured. Oh, hey, everybody's here. What are you doing here? Aunt May's been an old friend. Big hole in the wall, and your aunt's nowhere to be seen. Have some cake. Ooh, oh, so you know damn well that he wants a three-way. What's this? Hello? What's up? What's up? Oh yeah, it should be in that it should be in that side room there. That mailing. Oh, there's nothing. Did they pick it up Saturday then? Maybe. Let me. I'll come down and look up. Yeah, put it in Saturday. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh yeah, if it's not in there, then it was picked up. Perfect. Thank you, my friend. You too. All right. Original art is on its way to Australia. Shush, girl. Gloria Grant have some cake, or you know he wants the three-way. He wants to bang Mary Jane and Gloria because I'm a sick fuck and it's all I think about every time hot chicks walk into the scene. He's got to go James Bond. Perhaps even bring Gloria Grant into the story. Because we had Mary Jane here in the first chapter of our storyline where he was banging her out in the wasteland. Dr. Rock, he's got to change real quick. Oh, God, I can't. He leaves two fucking chicks, man. I hate that he does this. Robbie fucking Robertson. You heard the news? News? Big news. The Daily Close has acquired a new publisher, someone named KJ Clayton. Been in this business many years, and frankly, I've never heard of Clayton, but the guy is sure making a name. He's hiring away the Bugle's best talent. All right, so he's stealing everybody. What's wrong with you, Miss Pringle? I told you to get me Truman Capote, not Truman's trusty trust company. Who is she? The new secretary. Betty Brand is on her honeymoon. She's scaring off secretaries. A week out of secretarial school, a week around Janison. She'll wake up nursing. All right, so what is this? We got some silly shit going on here. The man can't think around here without his coffee. These are law books, sir. Drop the law books. He drops the coffee. The coffee burns him. We've already knocked him off the chair before already. He throws her out. She's fired. Dr. Octopus is holding some old lady hostage at the Brookhaven Labs. Here we go. Here we go. Brookhaven Labs. All right, so now we have a destination for Dr. Octopus. Brookhaven National Laboratory on Long Island's thriving North Shore. Usually these quiet buildings are merely devoted to extensive research in the field of atomic energy. All right, now we're going somewhere. Now we're getting something to use here. But today they are an arena, a burgeoning battlefield destined to witness combat of a most unlikely nature. In this corner, Suffolk County's crack special weapons and tactical team. Oh man, the SWAT unit's coming in here. A squad of well-trained commandos spread across the area like the far-reaching fingers of some nebulous hand. Separate entities responding as a single unit and prepared for anything. Okay, mister. We know you're in there. You know you can't escape. Send the woman and you won't get hurt. Ignore that shouting rabble, dear lady. There is nothing to concern us. All right, so you got away from Hammerhead. Hammerhead, the ghost. If an atomic explosion couldn't finish me, how did you figure you can? No, I will destroy you. Quickly, pilot, fly us to Brookhaven Laboratories. All right, we're at the lab. He's putting shit together, jeopardizing everything by showing up at Brookhaven, making himself a target. He's trying to kill Ghost. He feels atomic energy will kill the Ghost. This is getting a little silly. A few more minutes, you ghastly apparition, and I'll do far more than merely hurt you. I'll reduce your so-called ectoplasm to random scattered atoms. All right, okay, we're going somewhere. Gee, can I watch? That sounds more fun than Tony Orlando and Dawn. Never. I've sworn to defend this dear woman with my life. Otto, for shame, Oki. You've moved that line before. So we got to figure out what we're doing with Dr. Octopus, because remember, we've left him in the city. He just escaped. He is a giant brain who has attached himself to a lizard. He's a monster. He just escaped. He just knocked out fucking Uncle Ben. He didn't kill him because he didn't see him. He just kind of he blew out of his fucking prison there. And he's escaped into the city. We got to remember that. Whenever we need a transition out of these guys, we transition here. We'll shred anyone who tries to take her from me. After all your illustrious years in the Spider-Villain, would you think your writers would come up with a new routine by now? Something spissy like "Take that, you dirty rat." Aunt May, "No, you can't." Thrown out the window. Aunt May loves Dr. Octopus. The SWAT team starts shooting. Scavengers. Like upsetting a certain six-armed apple cart. Closure, come closer, watch us destroy you. Sorry, Doc, but any gizmo that's able to wipe out a ghost can undoubtedly curb my hair as well. So I better take steps to ensure that doesn't happen. You microcephalic miscreant! Stop! You don't know what you're doing! Okay, so Spider-Man's gonna fuck some. Hang on here. Without that specially designed mechanism to nullify him, the ghost of Hammerhead will haunt me forever. Taking this good woman from here. Let go of me, you monster, you dumb idiot. You'll be the death of us all. See, Spider-Man fucks things up. He's kind of a pain in the ass when you really break it down. And now he's threatening Aunt May. So the Octopus thought he could destroy me, eh? Well, lady, wait till he sees what I can do to you. And the webs go through him because he's a ghost. Now, this ghost story is really fucking stupid. Cockamamie Gosmo. If you're so confident, Hammerhead, why don't you find out for yourself? 1 second. So you still think that crazy contraption of yours can rub me out, Octopus? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Then come closer, Hammerhead, and die. Look at that absolute glee on Hammerhead. It's almost like he wants Oct to use the machine. But why? Unless Octopus don't know it hasn't been planning it. He's trying to trick you into bringing him back to fucking life. This is so fucking stupid. Ay, ay, ay. This was dumb. This was a dumb fucking story. A ghost that they brought back to fucking life. Arm in arm in arm with Dr. Octopus. Dumb. Very fucking stupid story. I don't know what we got out of that. Other than just knowing what, right, Dr. Octopus, now that he's escaped his back to prison and he's got the lizard as his vessel to walk and move, he's got to go track down the scientists. That's what we know. Got to get that on our notes so that we know Dr. O has to track down the scientists to rebuild his body like a Terminator. That's what we're doing with him. But right now we're on page 18 where the Sandman's about to start a huge sandstorm. And these boys will whip some ass. So now Fury could shock them. Remember, Fury's got the shock collars. Fury's got the shock collars. So what does he want to do here? Are we doing this Star Wars style? They're going to dress up as scavengers and then go into the fucking base? Fury wants them to get caught, so why doesn't he shock collar them? That's what he should do. All right, this is terrible. Is that low? Oof. Need that oil. Page 18. Okay. We see the Sandman has created a nice storm, nice sand smokescreen storm around the scavengers as Peter, Spider-Man, and Norman start throwing punches. SFX of the punches as Fury tries to get them to surrender. Let's go. The Fury's just literally going. Boys, need you all to stand down. Need you all to stand down. There is no plan where you take them out and dress up in their rags to sneak through the front door. I need to know how deep their base goes. Boys, boys, I need you all to stand down. There is no plan where you take them out and dress up in their rags to sneak through the front door. I need to know how deep their base goes. Boys, ignoring Fury, we see Spider-Man take out two scavengers with a spread shot of webs. Does he have web shooters? Would Fury have web shooters for him? Nah. With a flurry, takes out. He's got two scavengers with a double armed elbow smash, sending weapons and rags flying. SFX of the punches and fury. Fury is still trying to talk to them. I like this. Boys, I understand your instinct is to fight, but this is wasting valuable time. I understand your instinct is to fight, but this is wasting valuable time. I am confident that your suits will protect you until we arrive. Boys, I understand your instinct is to fight, but this is wasting valuable time. I am confident that your suits will protect you until we arrive. We see Norman leap up. We see Norman sadistically laughing as he snaps the neck of a scavenger. Yeah, dude. Using the power in his containment suit to enhance his strength, rage. Oh, I like it. SFX of the laughing and neck snapping. Boy, this is wasting valuable time. I'm confident that your suits will protect you until we arrive. Fury. Boys. Okay, Clemmer. Hit it. Just like that, Spider-Man and Norman have their restraining bolts triggered and are shocked. And are vibro shocked in their suits while attempting fight off the scavengers. We see a bolt of electric shock also ignite all around them and the scavengers, as we know the Sandman is also shocked, vibro shocked, and is knocked out, thereby receding the sandstorm, the sand smoke screen storm that was protecting them during the brawl. Whoosh! Okay, Clemmer, hit it. You just see Norman just loving. He's like, yeah, man, let me fucking fight and kick some ass. So right now, Spider-Man's part of a fucking team, man. He's part of a Suicide Squad. SFX of them all being shocked, and Sandman being shocked among his storm formation, his storm form, his storm form. So we have a line here or no? So now we need Fury to theorize what he thinks is in there. We need something here to finish these last couple of panels, and this page is done. Let's see what we got here. God, I was hoping this bitch would wake up. All right, Hammerhead. That is so fucking stupid. I always thought that was really fucking stupid. But now we're here in Marvel 2-in-1. So we got to finish out this page. So we're dipping into a third title here. Usually we look at the annuals. Now we're delving out of here into it's sort of like it's a 2-in-1, but it's a double team up. They try to get you to see again how they were giving you the rub. So now this is literally them using the Spider-Man tag team series to help promote another tag team series. It's like Hogan and Andre teaming up. Basilisk. Hopefully we get some inspiration here that'll help us finish this chapter. The window, Spider-Man. All right, Spider-Man just came back from his time travel. Reading the editorial, you might find yourself asleep. The wall crawler, the past, the future. Of course, he's been jumping around through time. He's had a 5-issue time travel adventure. He was with the Dark Rider in Salem, the witches during the riot. He blew it. They were hanged. Okay, so we're playing into the hanging. And Fury will apologize. We see they have all fallen to the ground, conscious, as the scavengers that are still standing collect their bodies for capture. We hear Agent Clemmer and Fury talking over their capture. All right, we're going here. We're going here. We're getting somewhere. Love it when a plan comes together. Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this, boss? Are you sure about this, boss? How do you know they won't? How do you know they won't kill them? How do you know they won't kill them or harvest them or harvest their blood? How do you know they won't kill them or harvest their blood? I don't. Clever voiceover. Fury voiceover. Are you sure about this, boss? How do you know they won't kill them or harvest their blood? Same reason they didn't kill Stark. Whoever is control, whoever is in control, whoever is in control, whoever is in control that combine, whoever is in control of that combine, whoever is in control of that combine, either mining something, it's either mining something valuable. Whoever's in control of that combine, either mining something valuable, in that case, mining something valuable, and in that case, going to require superhero labor. Going to require superhero slave labor. Whoever's in control of that combine is either mining something valuable, and in that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. All right. Are you sure about this, boss? How do you know they won't kill them? Is it Captain Fury, Colonel? I just like boss. Are you sure about this, boss? How do you know they won't kill them? They'll harvest their blood. Same reason they didn't kill Stark. Whoever's in control of that combine is either mining something valuable. Whoever's in control of that combine is mining whoever's in control of that combine is mining something valuable. And in that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. In that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. The same reason they didn't kill Stark. Whoever's in control of that combine is mining something valuable. In that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. And it's just as simple as they're fucking captured into an adamantium mine. But why does Fury need him in there? You could say the cavalry. Fury could literally turn around and go, "This is the cavalry. This war is taking more. It's taking everything." You can have a few soldiers. I don't think you should have a shitload of soldiers. Because the idea is the coastlines were ravaged in this war. Both the east and the west coast. The idea is Disney's the only thing that survives Florida. Florida's fucking sunk. Florida is now Atlantis. So that's fucking sunk. Right? LA. LA to me is like a chain of islands. Shouldn't be sunk. Because they always sink LA. To me, LA should be alive, but it should be like Hawaii. It should be like a fucking island chain. And Arizona Bay should be like the new vacation spot. Arizona Bay. If we get into the rest of the world here, Arizona Bay, the new West Coast, the California Isles, like Hawaii, or San Andrea Isles. San Andrea Isles, after Grand Theft Auto. All that remains of the U.S. is the lakes. God damn it. The Rockies. The lakes. God fucking damn it, the Rockies and the plains. Bordered by a wall along Mississippi. The idea is we say like the big blue cities destroyed themselves. Dr. O's got to track down those scientists. Whoever's in control of that combine is mining something valuable. In that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. Track the trail finally know what we're dealing with. We finally know what we're up against. We track the trail, we finally know what we're up against. The package, oh my god, is that a good package? We finally know what we track the trail, we finally know what we're up against. Whoever's in control of that combine is mining something valuable. And in that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. We track their trail, we finally know what we're up against. One step closer to salvation. Or annihilation. Or annihilation. Or annihilation. Either way, you get an ending. Or annihilation. Either way, we get a climax. Whoever's in control of that combine is mining something valuable. And in that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. We track their trail, we finally know what we're up against. One step closer to salvation. Or annihilation. Either way, we get a climax. Alright, that's 5. Either way, we get a climax. So how do we finish this fucking page? So he shocked them all, they're getting collected. We should have them carried in almost like fucking Gladiator, you know? Now the idea is now we gotta find out who the fuck's in charge of this compound. Are we tossing another villain in there? We can even have a couple of those villains from that bridge scene could still be alive. Some of them could have fucking lived. Like Basilisk here. Let's see what we got going on here, Basilisk. Alright, it's a good package. I hope you like it. Working right here. Time Storm. Let's get over to Basilisk. There the close the platform back to Latveria. You should remember. Across 4 decades, 2 men, one called Kill Raven, the other Deathlock, stop, shake their heads, and slowly lose touch with a dream. Maybe I'll remember my way downtown. Yeah, maybe. Question: what's orange with rock-like skin, weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 pounds, and has a pleasant, sunny disposition? Climbing down a volcano. The thing. They're trying to get you the rub thing. Unless I've been cast in a remake of 1 million years BC, they ain't telling me yet. Oh, he was hanging out in the savage land. Punching out Allosauruses. Fight with monsters. Met a naked caveman. Playing around with Kazar. Touching his junk. Punching motherfuckers. Then he got lost in a fucking volcano. But we don't care, Thing, because this isn't about you, Thing. We're trying to fucking find out about Spider-Man. But we're hoping that going through this storyline will help us find some salvation. What's up, baby girl? Hey, shit. Let me finish this story. Got a couple of panels left and we're all done. Volcano I can't use. There's no volcano when they were in that part of the country that we're in right now. Pinball machine gone haywire. Gotta try and crawl towards that voice. Who's this Joker? Basilisk! Alright, I think Basilisk. Supplicating, begging. For soon that is the posture the entire world will adopt, crawling to me. Cowering in abject fear as they await the moment when I will either preserve or destroy them from the fires of the earth. And the moment the world will cry, Basilisk. Last seen in the pages of issue 16. It's been a while since this prick. We threw him in there as one of these guys to get killed, but he's back. I allowed my greed to overcome my judgment. But in the months since, I've learned to be both patient and judicious. There'll be no margin for error. Halved, complete. I am Basilisk. Want a bet, hotshot? Now that my baby blues are back in business, I ain't gotta worry about having to fight whatever I can't see. It's clobbering time, Jesus Christ. This is a fucking Thing issue that they just threw Spider-Man into for the first fucking pages. So now the Thing's frozen. What does Basilisk fucking do again? What does this fucking loser do? Time has come out to strike at the very heart of civilization. Yes, again. What do you do? Destruction of New York. This is gonna stop you. He's gonna fight. The opportunity to watch the burning of New York. This is just filler to get you to read this stupid fucking issues. Peter's in his place in Chelsea. Face it, Mr. Parker. Prepare for one's final. Alright, he's studying for his final. What the hell? I'll answer the questions next time. Everything's shaking. The city is shaking. There's an earthquake. There's a telephone. Of course he's all right. Hysterics. I'm fine. The river. The sea. Holy shit. What's going on? He's got to jump out the window. There's a storm coming. There's a fiery blaze. A dog shaking its fleas. He falls out of the sky. Oh shit. It looks like somebody's planning on updating. Holy shit, there's a volcano in the city. The burning cone is immense, red and molten rock, running like crimson tears down its torn and blackened sides. Sights like this have been seen before in the Pacific, off the coast of Greenland, but never in the middle of the fucking Hudson. All right, we would have with Thor could whip Mephisto and put the fur Schlinger or the Hulk. I bet he could just bat it clear away to Cleveland. But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. All right, we got a fucking volcano in the middle of the Hudson River. I'm not against this. This is not bad. We can use a volcano somewhere. All right, he swoops up a burning disc. He swoops on through a small pod-shaped boat, and then a carousel as he hits the water. Okay. See where these? He makes himself a little thing. He jumps across on the spider's webs. I like it. They always figure out ways to get him across civilization. Old Smokey's blowing up. So the volcano goes off. Basilic has him at the top of the fucking cave. Spider-Man jumps up to the top of the volcano. Basilic's about to do the fucking torture rack on the thing. Destroyed Richard's partners, now I will destroy you. The Fantastic Four. Great. What am I supposed to do against the thing? If the thing's dead, Basilisk! He throws the thing down the volcano. Spider-Man's got to climb back up. He's got to take him on. I failed the thing. You're going to pay, murderer. Well, what can you say? This was just a bunch of filler bullshit to get you to buy issue fucking 47. You motherfuckers. I'm not going to read this fucking issue. Gotta say, the 70s seem like it's kind of a weak time of storytelling in the Spider-Man series. I always loved Jerry Conway, so maybe I was fooled. Maybe he just ran out of gas here. It really had to bring in some new fucking blood. I have to fight the basilisk. Oh, this fucking terrible goddamn fucking guy. It's a volcano, though. I like the volcano thing. What are they doing with it? Couldn't dodge these eye beams of his. Knocked back off the volcano. A cursed web spinner. So what's Basilik's doing? So Spider-Man's gonna shoot this shit up. If it meant the chance to destroy you. Oh, come on, Basil. I'm not whole city. He hates Spider-Man. Not since the day where Basil Elks, a two-bit cat burglar, attempted to steal the Alpha Stone. All right. With this rock, your days of being a loser are over, pal. Not even that screwed up. You're not taking me alive, chum. You don't leave me much choice, mister. I was lucky his bullet missed me, but in the Basil Elk style, I managed to hit the very gem I was going to make me rich. The gem exploded, and instead of a millionaire, I became Basilisk. Oh, God, what a... Gets shot by a gem, and the gem explodes. Wonderful. He fought Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel kicks his ass. He was looking for the Omega Stone. We thought about using these stones. We could always use them. We like MacGuffins, like Indiana Jones things. We like that. And he trapped him inside the Omega Stone. Very Superman 2 villains. Stone plunged through the rock and soil as the water, inhabited by the subterranean creature known as the Mole Man. It was he who recovered the now enormous Omega Stone, using its energies to power. Ay, ay, ay. They fought the Mole Man. You know what's funny is I read about all this. I read all this when we previous, and it still sucks. The Alpha and Omega stones. We wrote these stones down. We said we might use them. Oh, but it's so bad. The subterraneans. Okay, we have the subterranean thing going on. We have a mine. We're here in Pennsylvania. Remember, the Pennsylvania Turnpike is where we're located. We could use these minions. An earthquake sealing me alone in the cavern. Alone except for one. Curious, worshipful, coming ever closer to the gleaming presence of his deity, daring to reach for heaven. Finding hell instead. His touch released me from the stone. Energy joining those of the Alpha Stone already within me. And in my gratitude I slew this poor unthinking creatures, feeding of its life force, until the earth felt itself could no longer... Oh, God. Volcano, the stupid thing fell in. This sucks. I hate this fuck. This is terrible. This is boring and fucking terrible. Can we use anything in here? The idea is to try to figure out something to mine from every issue. That is our challenge. But Basilic sucks my ass. As a matter of fact, the only thing we should do is we should have him being fucking killed. Because he sucks that much. Ugh, they're fighting on a volcano. They're not even doing anything with the actual volcano. They're just fighting on a volcano that they happen to transport into fucking the Hudson River. Somebody's fighting on the volcano. Where in blazes is Parker? What did you do? Get a hold of your star photography yet? She cut in. All right. Yelling the word Peter over and over. I pay for receptionist. What is going on here? There'll be other stories, Jonah. Yes, they will be, starting with tomorrow's front page. I'm going to crush you, insect. You're going to die. Okay, so we just have this is a filler fight. Clobbering time. I'm gonna shoot some fucking eye beams off you, knock you off the goddamn volcano. Then I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking eyes because you're pathetic. You're an asshole. I hate Basilics. Basilic, you suck. What do you do? He shoots eye beams. I hate Basilisk. Hang on, let's swing off the man without fear. Oh, the Twin Towers. Oh. Dinner smoke, tight rope swings around. That was the easy part. We're going to find Basilisk. Cower, you trembling cattle. Run before the might of Basilisk. We're not. Basilisk is not our bad guy running that mine. For you, Benji, yeah. You up for trying that web boost of yours, chum? We found our madman. That's why I asked. Oh, God, I hate Basilisk. Get me off this issue. I hate this fucking guy. How many fucking times are you going to say it's clobbering time? Ay, 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 off the axle. Stop the car. Grab the car. Punch the car. Punch fucking Basilisk. Can we please kill Basilisk? They punch him back into the fucking volcano. The volcano disappears. Well, there goes another one. All in a day's work. Oh, this was terrible. Fucking terrible. That was a terrible fucking issue. Oh, we got Iron Man back. Hey, and we get Gene the Wolf. I think we should save that one. Bring it back into August. If we can't pull anything out, we can't finish this right now. We'll have to go through another hammerhead here. So right now, we're at the mercy of weak fucking titles right now. But we got 2 pages. We're almost done. Let's do it right. Let's close this bitch out right. Go get some fucking cannabis. You sure about this, boss? How do you know they won't kill them? Or harvest their blood? Same reason they didn't kill Stark. Whoever's control that combine is mining something valuable. In that case, he's going to require superhero slave labor. We track their trail. We finally know what we're up against. One step closer to salvation. Or annihilation. Either way, we get a climax. I like that. Either way, we get a climax. Give me one or two more panels here. Do we want to cut out? Do you want to do a quick cutaway? Or do we want to come back to that next class? Got a couple of panels left here. So the question becomes what to do with them. Do we transition to the dock real quick? Or are we wasting 2 panels there? Or do we want to lead them? Because we need to transition out of. Ah, itch. We need to transition out of. Either way, we get a climax. All right, so they're bringing them into a mine. All right. Do we show them getting brought in straight away, gladiator style, or do we transition out? Are we doing a meanwhile back in Empire City? Gentlemen. Do we want the lizard to talk? No. Where is the where is he going? He can't just automatically find these scientists. Empire City is big. So where would he go first? We got to transition out. These last 2 panels. All right, let's cut to Empire City real quick here. We want to mine this issue. We want to finish off this fucking Hammerhead storyline and see if it gives us 2 more panels of inspiration. Let's do it because this fucking we gotta get out of this fucking Hammerhead storyline. I don't want to leave with fucking Hammerhead. Yes, next time. This is a terrible fucking story, but we need two more panels. At least one or two more panels here. We're using Doc Octopus, which is good because we want the Doc. So Doc is fighting fucking Hammerhead, who we just brought back to life with atomic energy. Besides, it's your fault. The atomic explosion blew me out of phase. Fucking Jesus Christ, so stupid. Just bring him back. You can't punch him because his head's made of fucking solid goddamn rock. That's why they call him Hammerhead. I always thought Hammerhead was kind of an interesting character. I just thought this was the dumbest way to bring somebody back to life. He's a ghost and you bring him back with atomic energy. I don't know. Stay away, Spider-Man. You're not dealing with a full deck. No, I didn't mean to. They're both dizzy. Everybody fall. All right, so that's kind of like the shot collars. Off to one corner of the laboratory chamber. What's happened to Oscorp Tower since Norman Osborn left town? Then begins to scream her frail silver-haired hair off. Aunt May, we got the fucking swarm. All right, the SWAT team is still here. Lower themselves in. Armored car, bull elephant. They're still shooting at Spider-Man. Hammerhead's busting out. What we got here? Tentacles, cripes, octopus, get out of the way. Obviously, we got to end it with octopus here. Back over to Empire City here. Either way, we get a climax. Rising back to the cityscape of Empire City. Rising back to the cityscape of Empire City. Almost using the panels to transition. Like a bat signal. Like a spinning spider signal. We see Oscorp Tower among the center of this night shot of the city. Caption cross panel reads. Meanwhile, miles above the head. Meanwhile, miles above the heads, miles above the bodies. Meanwhile, miles above the bodies of our abandoned. The abandoned what? Meanwhile, miles above the bodies of our abandoned anti-heroes. An abandoned. No, miles above the bodies of our abandoned anti-heroes. An abandoned building. An abandoned building regains. Meanwhile, miles above the bodies of our abandoned anti-heroes, an abandoned building regains. What? Give me another A word. Meanwhile, miles above the bodies of our abandoned anti-heroes. I don't like anti-heroes. Antagonists. Antagonists. Meanwhile, miles above the bodies of our abandoned antagonists, an abandoned building regains interest. I like that. An abandoned building regains interest. An abandoned building, no. Regains awareness. An abandoned building regains awareness. Right. 7. We're always going to cut away to the doctor. We always got to catch up with the doctor. Cutting along to the side of the Oscorp tower. We see it is the lizard scaling the side of the building like King Kong. He's not using the computers there, so he wants to access. Now remember, the tower was blown up, the office was blown up, but the tower is abandoned. Okay. So we see it as the lizard scaling the side of the building like King Kong. We still see. Now remember, it's been a year. Yeah. Meanwhile, miles above the bodies of our abandoned antagonists. That's all you need there. Cutting along to the side of Oscar, we see it as the lizard scaling the side of the building like King Kong. We see we see we can do a quick little cameo name drop here. We're pretty much done with this page. We see it as the lizard scaling the side of the building like King Kong. Cutting along to the side of the Oscorp Tower, we see it as the lizard scaling the side of the building like King Kong. So who's narrating? Hmm. I like this. All right. You can have Uncle Ben be the fucking narrator. Just have a narrator. After his fall from grace, after his fall from grace and believed death, after his fall from grace and much celebrated death, after his fall, oh, this is Betty Brant. We got to come up with a narrator here. After his fall from grace and much celebrated death, no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. After his fall from grace and much celebrated death, no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. For over a year, the once proud and prime real estate. After his fall from grace and much celebrated death, no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remain unclaimed and untouched. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed. Can we throw a name down? Somebody buying it? Not Jameson. Shield. I mean, Shield could have bought it. Yes. Okay. But no, Shield don't got that money. Shield is broke. Or are they broke? No, they brought scientists in. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed. Do we want Pym? Do we drop a Hank Pym? Are there any other rich Spider-Man people? For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed. We're still booby-trapped. We're still booby-trapped. Rumors existed that a shadow company. Proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed. We're still booby-trapped. Rumors existed that a shadow company was looking to purchase it for pennies on the dollar. For pennies on the silver. Rumors existed that a shadow company was looking to purchase it for pennies on the silver. But as always, after his fall from grace and much celebrated death, no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed, or still booby-trapped. Rumors existed that a shadow company was looking to purchase it for pennies on the silver. So that's like our shadow company. That's our idea of maybe name dropping Shield picking it up. All right, so let's get a panel 8. We are done. Let's finish this comic book first. Let's get to the rest of it. Maybe something will grab us on the last panel. Otto Octavius, Spider-Man punching out more troops, every man for himself, throwing people here. Hammerhead's got a gun to Aunt May's head. Maybe we'll use Hammerhead as the guy. We need to figure out what villain's running that mine. It's our chance to throw another villain in here. Okay, I'll work with you, Octopus, but I won't shake your hand. What do you say? You willing to set aside our personal enmity for the sake of that dear old woman? So they gotta team up. Work is progressing far swifter than expected, my friend. I've already. Ah, the Tinkerer! The Devil's Workshop. Besides, considering the extraordinary fee you're paying me, would you want me to stop? You know your quarry far better than I do, my friend. It will not be easy to defeat him. So they're rigging the Spider-Mobile to kill Spider-Man. Spider-Man will never bother. They want a game. We gotta get that goddamn Spider-Mobile involved. And he's got another secretary. The governor, the president, Miss Plum. You also told me to get on the stick, Miss Plum. Yes, sir. J. Jones says the poor man's Attila the Hun. Here are the files. What files? Phone calls, the newspaper. You know, we can't afford to carry any dead weight around here. Dead weight. I quit. Back to business. Now they have to go save Aunt May together. We got gangsters here. They're going to smash and kill the gangsters. Wish you had you stop sneaking around like that, buddy. Spider-Man punches this guy out. They're in the kitchen. They got to get through the kitchen to go save Aunt May. Dr. Octopus just threw knives at everybody. He smashes him in the head with the fucking things. Hammerhead's offering Aunt May a drink. He's gonna smack her in the fucking head. Someone's getting thrown out on the fucking table. Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus are gonna team up. He hits the fucking desk. They slide into the wall. Tommy guns start firing. Spider-Man jumps somebody, kicks him in the fucking chest. He breaks a fucking 2x4 over somebody's fucking head. Hammerhead's not a ghost anymore. The room is whipping around and wall crawling and smashing, and everybody's getting fucked up. And it's over. He'll fight to the death with Hammerhead, the hands of Dr. Octopus. Even the most innocent weapon can be a lethal weapon. He throws it at the copters. He crashes the copter. It crashes into the Hudson River. So once again, did we just kill fucking Hammerhead? those sirens, the curse, I can't capture it now. They always give you those well, I mean we're doing the same thing in the comic books. We give you those cliffhanger deaths. Did he die in the explosion? The Tinkerer might kill the car. Okay, that's when the Tinkerer tries to kill Spider-Man with the car, but we're done. We don't have to do that one. We'll save that one for the next class. Maybe we gotta get the Spider-Mobile into this fucking story somewhere. Right after his fall from grace and much celebrated death, no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed, or still booby trapped. Rumors existed that a shadow company was looking to purchase it for pennies on the silver. Panel 8. We see the lizard with Dr. O perched and planted upon his skull and spine as his controlling mind avatar. They are in the once roof top office of Norman Osborn, which was blown away in our last graphic novel. The lizard looks around. The lizard sits at Norman's old desk and charges up and turns on the central computer. SFX of the computer booting up. Okay, I like this. Okay, so let's have Betty Brant. Betty Brant of the Now magazine. I don't like having this like nameless fucking narrator. Narrates. This is Betty Brant, Now magazine. This is Betty Brant, Now magazine. Good evening, Empire City. And let's hope for more pleasant moonlights. And let's hope for more pleasant moonlights ahead. We have this exclusive. After his fall from grace and much celebrated death, no one wanted to buy Oscorp Tower. For over a year, the proud and prime real estate remained unclaimed, as everyone believed anything related to Norman Osborn was cursed, or still booby-trapped. Rumors existed that a shadow company was looking to purchase it for pennies on the silver. And we are here to report that sale has gone through. Okay. Boosh. Barouche. Okay, it's a Betty Brant. Has this mystery group gained? Has this mystery group gained the steel? Has this mystery group gained the steel of the cycle? Or have they stepped into a wormhole? Has this mystery group gained the steel of the cycle? Or have they stepped into a wormhole? Lord only knows. Lord only knows what these brave souls contend. Has this mystery group gained the steel of the cycle, or have they stepped into a wormhole? Lord only knows what these brave souls contend. No. Or have they stepped into a wormhole? Has this mystery group gained the steel of the cycle, or have they stepped into a wormhole? Are they Kree, Skrull? Are they Kree, Skrull, or good old-fashioned carpetbaggers? Has this mystery group gained the steel of the cycle, or have they stepped into a wormhole? Are they Kree, Skrull, or good old-fashioned carpetbaggers? We will keep you posted. And what do they have planned with the recovered Oztech? And what do they have planned with the recovered Oztech? All right, so Betty Brant's asking questions. We see the lizard sitting there at the fucking computer. He's got some fucking plans. And the best part is we get to keep shooting those like cool little monster shots of like him, you know, like him perched upon him like Krang. And ladies and gentlemen, that is pages 17 and 18. We are done. We read some shitty issues today. This has not been a strong fucking couple of issues, but we mined enough good juice out of it, which is what we do as writers. May fate and faith decide you're fortunate if you should love this. And buy yourself a copy of the brand new Yakuza collection, Assassin's Greed, from Faro's Lounge. Peace, love, and war. All that shit in between.